Hello and welcome to a Dota 2 game between Cokeboyz and Cosa Nostra. Casting this game for you will be Briggy Ninja. I know this is a replay cast. I'll be giving some insight of what Cokeboyz was probably thinking, because it was quite hectic game always. And try to open up. It'll be a solo cast today. I can't really find a partner who can do this with me effectively, so hopefully I can suffice as a caster for all of you. So, as we go through, we can talk through the bans. First ban will be Viper, very strong laner, kind of messes up a lot of what heroes want to do, and can also scale pretty well with his new scaling, which is a lot really good at sieging, fighting early, so what and so forth. The ban for Cosa Nostra will be Anti-Mage. First ban. Not really target ban, just the hero's been seeing a lot of play recently. Very strong in his own right. Kind of wants to avoid the fights though. With this new timing on Battle Fury, because it's a lot cheaper, can definitely just snowball his way, be 6-slotted 35 minutes into the game, and run it over. And with the ban here, Silencer. Looking for any anti-team fight or anti-pickoff. Don't know if Cosa Nostra runs Silencer ever, but be worth the attempt to see it actually in action. But that's fine. Next ban for the Dire will be Doom. Offers some single target control, does very nicely against a plethora of heroes who are very spell reliant that don't buy Lincolns normally, and just a very solid ban. There was one game where Doom just carried and outfarmed the entire enemy and just ran them over. I do not remember the game that was played in this league, but it was a one-sided stomp, if I do recall. And final ban be towards the Winter Wyvern. And very solid ban. It's a really good support in the meta, being able to slow any single target damage that teams have, can save a teammate, turn it on the enemy, and a lot of the cores right now, which are very big, like CK, Ursa, not really want to be under the... Not a lot of magical damage to go through the defense of Winter Wyvern, but also just Cold Embrace as solid ability. Being able to zone at level 1, ult comes out, and actually, the Earthshaker ban as well, but I'll talk about that later. Spirit Breaker, pick up for Cokeboyz, instant reaction with the Bane, just a very strong hero in general. Apologies, let's get that out of the way. But looking just a very solid pick coming up as the Bane. Now has the setup for the Bane Mirana combo. Or could play some mid, but I think mid Bane isn't too strong now, so they might just stick him up with the support. The Earthshaker ban as well. Just a targeting Big D on Cokeboyz, has a reputable Earthshaker, so, and you don't really want to deal with that kind of mess. Currently, I'm surprised it's taken them this long to decide. I mean, Mirana seems like the easy point unless someone likes to pick it, but the Shadow Shaman be the pickup for La Cosa Nostra. It's not a bad pick, but would have liked to see the combo of Mirana, whereas Mirana could go anywhere. You've given up your support duo, however, so they know what you're trying to do. These two are very heavy lane dominant heroes, a lot of control, a lot of single target control, both channeled, so any kind of canceling of that's going to be immense. And Spirit Breaker does very well to do that, although they do have the catch on the Spirit Breaker. Bane can definitely reach him out when he gets his Aether Lens, and Shadow Shaman always has the instant Hex to cover that charge. hopefully we'll see that out this game. But looking a bit forward here, the next pick coming out be the Underlord. Strong offlaner, won't really get too harassed by the Bane Shadow Shaman support duo. It's a little beefy, burly, still pretty strong in the meta. And the bands come out Rubik against Cokeboyz. They do not have a lot of magic resist on the side of Cosa Nostra right now, so, and also being able to steal wards or Fiend's Grip was be pretty detrimental. The Bloodseeker be the opposite ban. Don't want that Shadow Shaman Bloodseeker lane. Dual lane is pretty strong. Ember going to be the answer here as well. So a lot of magical damage, could scale, and Mirana gets rid of the friendly Mirana pick that has the kind of setup for the Bane Shadow Shaman. And all these bans also gearing towards maybe a Medusa. Anti-Mage does very well against Medusa. Ember doesn't want to be near Medusa, and he can just throw a lot of the magic damage out. Looks like they got rid of some of the counters. They might look to pick her up, but it's a little too early. Might look for the offlaner here, whomever that may be, as they're going to take a little bit of time for this pick. They definitely want somebody with some tempo aggression, especially if they want to go for the late game kind of route. They want somebody who can like defend towers, walk up, be fine. And what a no better hero than Abaddon. If you've seen Abaddon in front of a tower, especially at level 6, you definitely don't want to jump that, considering that you'll be taking the tower damage, and he is really hard to bring down. Probably one of the toughest heroes to take down in the entire game. Sphotic Shield and Borrowed Time doing wonders for him. So they did actually find that tempo. Can defend towers if they want to go the greedy route. And with support rotations, they could definitely pick up a couple kills. As Cokeboyz looks to secure their next pick. Probably wants to look for a support who can just hold people. They have a lot of control. Maybe they'll look for some sort of damage dealer, or maybe just a comfort pick. Right now, their team doesn't lack too much disable, but they lack single target disable. Although Disruptor gives them AoE control. Not much in the form of single target, but could definitely work to their favor. Although this team really wants to be ahead. Underlord from behind isn't really too strong. Spirit Breaker from behind isn't really strong. And same with Disruptor. If you're not ahead, it's just not worth. And against the tempo that Cosa Nostra wants to set, it might look to go aggressive as well. So this will be down to the early game between Cokeboyz and La Cosa Nostra. And in the past, it's Cokeboyz' early game that's been very detrimental to the team, losing it pretty much all the time, very rarely winning this early game. So probably something they'll need to work on. Cosa Nostra has a pretty solid early game, knows how to farm efficiently, and position themselves into the mid game very well. Wouldn't be surprised if they picked up a Medusa here. I mean, there's definitely better options, of course. Want to fight against the Underlord. The Lifestealer is still in the pool. You probably don't want that against a Spirit Breaker. You might be hard-pressed to pick it yourself, but nope, the Medusa will come out. They're going to go the farming route. With Medusa, kind of, she has the space. She has 3 heroes who can focus other places on the map with heavy control and good survivability. It's going to be hard to take down many of these heroes, especially Medusa, even going into the late game. Just not enough. There's not too much damage coming out from the side of Cokeboyz. Like, they definitely have the control, and if a couple lucky bashes come through, they might find themselves kills. But other than that, I don't see them really going forward without any sort of, like, either sustainable, like, push or a good solid carry, as the time is dwindling. Looking for the 4th pick. And it seems to me... Oh, here we go. We have the PL. Going to be the choice. So, the finish of the lineups... Invoker might be a key hero here. Has a lot of the control and damage. And the mana drain just will destroy Medusa. Cokeboyz might be looking up to get it. They have a lot of AoE setup. And the damage and range they can get from Disruptor, Spirit Breaker. They have the vision for all these Sunstrikes. And the control for it as well. And Invoker ban comes through. They are weary of that. They understood that that's a pretty good hero against their lineup. Could cut the Abaddon, Shadow Shaman Bane, and can deal with the Medusa. Typically buying utility items to keep her down. And looking for the final ban here. Don't know what they're going for. Clock is ticking. Almost gonna run out. And the final ban will be the Puck. Puck, it'll create space for Medusa. Takes care of some laners, and the Puck ban now warranted for the Queen of Pain. Puck traditionally destroys the Queen mid, so that's a nice ban. Pick scenario. Goes to the Orchid, could deal with the Medusa before she gets Lincolns. Although, beware of any Manta timings. Or even the BKB. The final pick from the Cosa Nostra. Probably looking for a mid that can probably survive, make some space happen for the team. Or they could look for a comfort pick. I mean, there's no one here that really shines out at me for what they could definitely go, but who knows. And actually, hold that thought as they pick the Alchemist. Gonna be just... That looks like a comfort pick. Doesn't win the lane against the Queen of Pain, but doesn't lose either. It'll all depend on who gets the jump on everybody. So, it's a best of 1. Good luck to both the teams, and we're gonna get right underway as the game will load up and bring us into the match. Cokeboyz versus La Cosa Nostra. Introducing your teams, we got on Cokeboyz side, Big D playing the Disruptor, Zani Chop onto the Queen of Pain, Briggy Ninja going to be playing the Underlord, Rory playing the Phantom Lancer, and we have Spirit Breaker being played by Cam. On the Dia side for La Cosa Nostra, we have I Want Candy playing the Bane, DOQ on the Medusa, Alchemist will be played by Marzador, Shadow Shaman be played by Sinara, and Steam going to be playing the Alchemist. Hold that thought as Brari on the PL going to be chased down by Abaddon and the Bane. But that'll be it. It looks to be just a trade, as looks as they're just gonna push back this Medusa. The time being, have the Spirit Breaker in the area. Let's go forward. Gonna secure the rune. won't be. Will just be a bounty rune train for both sides. And he'll start off well into his sights. Tries to get the block off. Range creep will go forward. And currently, Alchemist going to be completely fine with this block. Bane looking middle. And Feeble onto the Quap. But Shadow Shaman also in the area. But Bane gonna get charged up. And Feeble's already out. But he's just gonna be quick with the TP out. And he should be fine. So, currently, lane matchups. It's gonna be this dual lane mid. Alchemist gonna try to survive from the Spirit Breaker. Bottom lane, we have Disruptor versus the Abaddon with the PL also in the lane. And dish out some of the damage. Top lane will be the Underlord versus the Medusa. Medusa below half health. Firestorm really going to be doing a number on her. Doesn't look like much will come out of this lane. It's close to the bottle for both sides. Although, bottom lane, Baden. They tried to look for him under tower, but doesn't look like the kill will result in much. Charge coming out from the Spirit Breaker, but he's going to be under the tower and definitely won't be able to secure this kill, though Kinetic Field popped out. But it looks like he might just turn this kill. Hold that. Actually, there's a little bit of trading happening. No one will die from that. Engage. Yes. Alchemist getting pretty low. He has the blink. Quap low as well. Might be a kill sometime in the near future. But top lane, just gonna get that farm going for the side. Bane walking up, trying to get control of the bounty rune, but won't be enough to scout anyone out. Everything comes forward. Shaman rotating his way back bottom. Both supports are just rotating everywhere, getting midst control. Mist has a DD. Be able to farm efficiently. Just a little more. And Alchemist throws down the acid spray. Not much that the Queen will want to do. He pops the DD. Wait, but he's taking a lot of harass. Queen of Pain comes out. Daigo comes through, and the first blood will go to your Quap. Well executed. Meanwhile, action bottom lane as they attempted for a kill onto the Shaman, but he was able to get out and move himself back to base. Has a TP skull, can go back somewhere if he wants. Bane finds the Spirit Breaker. But that'll be it there. Finds the regeneration rune. Gives it to the Quap. Be able to pop that. Top lane. Underlord putting some pressure under the tower. Medusa is low. He's going to take some tower shots. But he overall should be completely fine. Back mid, charge onto the Alchemist. Bane with the Enfeeble comes through, Bane sap out, and that'll just make the Spirit Breaker fall back. Both teams, Alchemist and Medusa, taking up the last hits and denies very well. Just holding their own. Armlet Gonna be done relatively on an even pace. Medusa looking towards Aquila. Phase Boots has part of the components already. Phantom Lancer also looking for an Aquila of his own. Instead of the Phase Boots, he'll probably move on to the Treads, but that should be completely fine for him. Disruptor going middle, places a ward. Shrine being used by the Quap. Has no bottle on the Courier. It'd be just a nice little Treads. Top lane. They see the Shaman. He plants down a ward. They see him. Charge comes out. The Firestorm also in effect. He's going to run through it. Mystic Snake comes out, but it's not enough to just persuade them away from this kill. And the Shaman will fall. Underlord pretty low. Gonna go. Hold up. 1 second. Bane finds the Spirit Breaker. And he'll be able to charge his way out as the Underlord is in the area as well. Cancels that. And they'll just shrine up. Calls them. Their full team will run this way away. And that'll be it. He'll come back mid. And for the most part, that'll be all. Pretty slow game. Cosa Nostra pretty content with just farming. Kinetic Field popped. Thunder Strike also popped. So you have the glimpse. He does have the glimpse, but they don't see a kill potential here. Spirit Breaker finds the Shaman, but the control comes out. Shackles are out. He's gonna be able to rock his way out of this actually, but Underlord, he's a little in too deep and he'll actually fall. Give the bounty over to the Shaman. It's pretty low. We'll have to walk his way back. Not too bad for him. And that being said and done, be Medusa picking up her Aquila finally. And it looks to just, yeah, it just looks to be the Aquila. Actually, bottom lane. Looks as if, though, yeah, he dies right here. So, probably took a little bit of tower shots. With the Bane coming through, wouldn't have been surprised if he just got caught. But the 3 heroes gonna shrine up. Ready to go just a little bit more aggressive again. Alchemist, pretty low, but he has to face this Underlord, who's in the lane. So, they kind of switch off. Gonna give the top lane to the Queen of Pain, who really doesn't want to stay here. Actually has no mana now, and just wants to leave. It's fine with contently farming. TP rotation comes mid as Underlord's pretty low. Has the stun ready, but the glimpse back is gonna stop any further engagement. Charge comes through. Kinetic Field also used, but bar time is popped up from the Firestorm. And that'll be the end of that. Underlord just pop a salve and get himself back to a little close to full HP. Invis Rune picked up from the Alchemist. Could look to set up on one of these heroes. They have a ward in the area. But looks like they're content with just backing up and farming. Bring it back to the side. And that'll be it for the Alch. They place a ward, but Vision catches it, so they know they have it. Be kind of hard to deal with it, though. But that should be fine. Do so. Finishes up the phase, has the Aquila working away to the Mask of Madness. And progression down here. Treads finished up bottom by the Phantom Lancer. Goes to throw a little bit of harass onto this Abaddon, but nothing too crazy here. So we move back mid. Alchemist does finish up the armlet. It actually looks like he's going to be going for the Battle Fury, and he has the Perseverance already picked up. And Phantom Lancer throwing a little bit more harass on this Abaddon, but doesn't look like much will come out of it. Everyone just kind of sitting back up and farming away. Gonna try to go through the trees, making sure she's not being pursued. The charge, however, onto the Shaman. Throws out the Hex. Might have the stun to follow through. For the rest, the heroes are still there, but he was a little scared. Knew the Underlord was in the area and actually had Disruptor coming too. But the stun whiffs on the mid. Charge comes through onto the Alchemist. Quap has no mana. TP rotation come through as well with the DD. And he has Chemical Rage available, as well as another stun to throw out with the Armlet. You definitely take down any of these heroes. That'll be it for that little engagement. Throws a little bit of damage onto the Abaddon. Shaman looks to come through. Definitely could see some kind of rotation come out to just take care of this. Either Medusa or the Alchemist again, because they probably want to set up these kills. A charge coming up to the Medusa. Might look to follow it up, but Underlord is not near, so that'll just be a little love tap. C goes to farm the jungle pretty low. Has the shrine available and ready for use, but decides he'll head back. And I mean, looking at the last hits, almost double. Medusa and the PL looking pretty close, but Alchemist is destroying this Quappin lane. Just showing some etiquette, and we'll see an urn pickup for the Disruptor. Huh. Oh, but here we go. Glimpse back. They have the Bane on control. He was in deep, and he will be dead. Charge comes through. They have the damage Shadow Shaman from the side, but not going to be enough to save their dear companion. He'll back off, and they'll just reset for the time being. Alchemist going to be applying some pressure. Charge comes through. Rage just ended. Double bash has the slow ready. He's going to turn the fight, but Phantom Lancer had no hello? Another Urn of Shadows. Very close within each other. Probably a lack of communication there. Most definitely the Spirit Breaker wanted to get that. Two sitting mid. Both the cores of Cokeboyz are sitting mid as well. And that's not really where you want to be. But top lane. Underlord almost has the mech completed. Just needs 20 gold for it. Charge comes onto the Medusa. He's going to back off and cancel the charge, so not really what they wanted. On the Courier, looks to be the full Mask of Madness picked out. And they get the Mask of Madness on too. As we say that, Alchemist almost has the Battle Fury. Does have it. We could send it to the side shop. Or secret shop, rather. Little cheeky play for the last hit here. Throw the Acid Spray down. Underlord picks up the mech. Gonna TP to this tier 1 tower. Don't know if he's bringing friend. He does bring the... And you go on to the Pit of Malice comes out. Firestorm as well. Glimpse back into the Pit of Malice. They have the damage. Look to follow up and find this Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman will be down. And Vizrune, popped by the Alchemist, won't go down. Has the Chemical Rage regardless. So, and has the Battle Fury now. Might be content with just farming up the Ancients. Get up a couple easy farm. A little more bounty rune on his belt. Looks like Orchid going to be the choice for the co-op. Very strong choice. No Lincoln's really coming out just of yet, but one problem that I see both teams having right now is the lack of vision. The only vision from the Radiant is this Radiant Ward right here, which is about to expire. And Dire don't have any currently. And another one gets placed top. Going to see very defensive one. Although they probably want to be aggressive right now, even though they're 1k behind. might be advantageous. As hold that thought, as Disruptor looking for Phantom Lancer, doesn't get him quite on the mark here, and that'll be it. Phantom Lancer getting closer to that sweet Diffusal Blade for him. Probably wouldn't have go Nyasha, would have been able to speed up his farming progression way quicker. Another word plus plops down right here. TP rotation bottom. They have eyes onto the Abaddon. Okay, Rune Borrow time. Thrown out. Exotic Shield as well. And the ult comes through. Charge as well into the Firestorm. Will be enough to bring him down. In the meanwhile, mid lane, the Phantom Lancer finds a pick onto the Shadow Shaman, who just happened to overextend himself. Disruptor also here. Spirit Breaker showing himself also down here. They're going to charge in the top lane. Try to defend this tower, but it looks like this tower is going to be undefendable. Looks to be a free tower for that of Cosa and Nostra. That'll be fine, but bottom lane, tower looks to be going down. And the siege creep will be the one to get the final touch on that. No deny attempt here from either of those players. But that seems to be fine. As Alchemist, just going to keep doing what he does best. Looks to have the... He has the boots of travel. Now his farm's just going to accelerate. Diffusal Blade picked up for the Phantom Lancer. Looking at Underlord. Hacks actually the Guardian Greaves and the stash. They're looking to be fine. They're going to glimpse away the Alchemist. This might be go time once the... going to be pinging it out too. They don't want to fight under the acid spray. So, gonna wait it out and then they're gonna go. They have 3 heroes here, but they have Vision watching them over. All of them see what they see. They don't really look very inclined to take this or defend this. As bottom lane, the wards were committed. But the charge comes through mid. Gonna cancel it out. Actually brings it back. Borrowed time. Gonna be popped. Actually, gonna change his attention onto the Bane. Stun. Gonna come through from the Alchemist. Queen of Pain going a little further. Silence onto the Bane. Full charge. Nether Strike comes through. He'll fall. Rest of the team gonna be trying to run up onto the team. Glimpse also gets rid of this Shadow Shaman. But the rest of the team is still here, and they look to just back off. Shaman now have to run his way back. Although, he gets found by the Queen of Pain, and boom! Blows up with the Orchid and the Sonic Wave. That'll be enough for him. Oh, tries to... Oh, the intention there was to give man to the Quap, but looks like out of range before the Guardian Greaves got popped. Mid lane, tower taken out by the Alchemist. Looks to keep going forward. Actually wants to fight this. Don't know if he can. Stun comes out to the Quap, but the Underlord's going to be able to catch him off. He gets the Chemical Rage off before then. Silence, though, on the mark. But the rest of the team has the damage to bring him down. Alchemist down for 45 seconds. The clock. This looks to open up this tier 1 tower. And he granted... actually... The Bane here glimpses him up. High ground has the kinetic field, and he'll also fall. And they'll probably look content to just giving this up, as actually the full Maelstrom. Unsung hero of this game, Medusa, just farming away very swiftly. As we say that, whole entire team, just Cokeboyz look to secure a tier 1 tower. Whereas in the bot lane, have Shadow Shaman setting up for another push. Has the wards again. Could look to get this tier 1 tower, and he'll pressure it. He'll put the wards down. No backup though, however, as fight mid. They have TP rotations, but they look to take down bottom lane. Charge onto the Shaman. We'll look to see if he can. He'll just farm up the wards. Look very unassuming. They don't have vision in the area, so they won't be able to see this charge. Goes for the TP, but the charge comes in right now. He knows he's dead. Gonna hold the ultimate. He's just gonna accept his fate. He knows he's dead, and PL be able to pick up that kill. 1800 gold sitting on the side. could look to pick up his Yasha very soon. Rest of the Dire content with just farming with this loss. Mjolnir looks to be the pickup for the Alchemist, as was the Medusa. But top lane TP onto Queen of Pain, gets the silence off, but he has the Chemical Rage ready. Has the dagger, but the stun will be coming off. And he should stun himself, but Klopp wants to go back in. As this fight is happening, we'll actually look down bottom as they're managing to take a tier 2 tower. Queen actually getting pretty low, has mana for the Blink Dagger, but he's charging up the stun, uses her only escape mechanism, and will fall. But also down here, gonna try to look for a kill. They get the Shadow Shaman, and they still might be able to get this tier 2 tower and leave. But that's a big notion, big kill going for the Alchemist, being able to find that Queen of Pain. But they look to want to continue. Got a big wave going, but not something that they actively want to deal with. Looks like Maelstrom, also the item for Abaddon. They see the Medusa, can't cancel the TP. But Alchemist still in the neighborhood, picks up the Hyperstone. Has the Maelstrom in the backpack, will have the Mjolnir soon. Tries to go for the TP out, but it has a glimpse back into the Effect Kinetic Field. Holds him with the double stun. Might be able to save his life, but with the Spirit Breaker here, has the charge. Another bash. Will he actually be able to play his way out of this one? Thunder Strike has the vision, trying to juke, but can't really get out of here. And Queen will finish the kill with a TP. He's down for 50 seconds. We'll definitely look to take this tier 1 tower in the top lane. Bottom lane, PL looking to get out. Actually opts to go for the ultimate orb first, but that'll be it. So, as it's stated, item of choice for the Underlord looks to be the Lotus Orb. A lot of single target pressure, but much rather would go for the Lincolns here. Although the armor could prove necessarily well. Be able to take out that tower over the Firestorm. They see 2 mid. They actually see more mid than they anticipated. So Shaman and Abaddon mid, trying to push him out, but going back top, it's 5 heroes. Might look to be a fight here, but they'll back off. As bottom lane, Alchemist going for the trade for tier 1, but they're losing a tier 2 for tier 1. Gets the tier 1 tower. Charge comes through. Chemical Rages himself, charges up the stun. SB has no way of getting out. No Shadow Blade, has the Earn Sick charge, but the damage under the Acid Spray will be enough to kill the Spirit Breaker. As that'll finally purchase up his Mjolnir, but as we speak, the tier 3 tower is under fire. But the wards plop down, TP back. Gonna throw the entire horde. They know they saw where he's going. Have eyes. Oh, they just saw him off the mark. Queen of Pain getting pretty close to this BKB. So, same with the Abyssal Underlord, getting pretty darn close to the Lotus Orb. Much rather have seen him going more Crimson Guard so they can go a little bit early, or even the Pipe. Although the magic damage from the side of Cosa Nostra isn't really there. 2 heroes come through. Wants to look for the Underlord, but not really an option. Shadow Shaman moving up to plant a ward. He holds it onto it, but charge comes through. Going to be under the Pit of Malice and Firestorm, and he will be taken down by the Underlord. Quick kill. A little out of position there. They had the vision with the ward. Definitely saw him move this entire way through. And despite this massive lead on 2 of the cores, the other 3 cores on the side, Lotus Orb actually going to be picked up by the Underlord. Has it now for this next engagement. Bottom lane, PL trying to man up on this Alchemist, but not with a Mjolnir and Battle Fury, being able to take care and clear his illusions rather quickly. Actually, he was able to pick up the Shadow Blade. looking pretty nifty as we progress. We got a BKB on the Quap in the hood on its way to the Abaddon. Aghanim Scepter looks to be the item of choice for the Medusa. Able to deal with the lines. However, charge comes through onto the Bane. Looks like this will just be a very quick kill for this Phantom Lancer. 6-0 and 3, doing rather well for himself. Can also say the same for the Medusa, who hasn't died yet, but 237 last hits. So, is farming exceedingly well right now. And move on to the net worth, and as you can tell, Alchemist just keeping his lead. They're going to look for the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Alchemist not yet there to defend. Doesn't have the TP for another 12 seconds. Probably just waiting for someone to come back and defend. Spirit Breaker coming down here. He sees the Alchemist charging up the stun. Throws the stun out, has the Acid Spray, throws down the Chemical Rage, and we'll just try to beat this guy down. Sees the TP rotations, clears the wave. Shadow Blade up. They don't have the detection. Stand still. Might look to go back, but he looks to get out instead. But the Pit of Malice actually sees him. They get the tower, but he tries to TP out. Charge comes through. We'll be able to stun him up. They have the Control Silence comes through as well, and the damage is there. He will fall down for 70 seconds. This could look to push out. Maybe grab an objective sometime soon. As the BKB, as mentioned previously, is picked up. And it looks like on the courier will just be the Ring of Health. Going for the Crimson Guard. Doing rather well for himself. Bane trying to farm the jungle. Silenced up. Glimpse used. Kinetic Field trying to TP up. The charge will come through and he will fall. Rest of the heroes will try to go in. Both heroes down for 30 seconds. Might look to go high ground. Or might just look to farm up. Find a quick another pick off. Silence is onto the Abaddon. Charge comes through. As you'll be able to catch him with Glimpse. Kinetic Field as well. They might have the control for this. And the Pit of Malice used. Borrow Time also popped. Still stuck in the pit, but nothing too much. Being able to show off. Medusa now showing off this nice little Aghanim Scepter. Underlord run up the top lane. Wards get placed down as well as the Fortify. They might look to go top as top lane. PL trying to go for the tier 3 tower, but actually mid lane. Glimpse comes back. Shadow Shaman will fall. Static Storm cancels out the Fiend's Grip. He's going to be pretty low. Alchemist falling dangerously low as well. Both stuck in the Pit of Malice, but will be able to get himself out. Has a Chemical Rage as well with the follow through. So they might just look. Alchemist looking to re-engage. Has eyes onto the Spirit Breaker, and that'll be a quick pick as the rest of the team looking to back out. This is happening. Phantom Lancer throwing some illusions up top, but will be dealt with the Alchemist. Underlord getting pretty close to Crimson Guard. Would have liked for him to go a Shiva's or something just a little more offensive. And Abaddon does actually the opposite of what he does and goes for the magic resistance with the Pipe of Insight. So does really well against the Queen of Pain, the Static Storm, and a lot of the utility from Underlord is also magical, so really strong item pick choice here. As Medusa, going to be found by the Phantom Lancer, but with the Aghanim Scepter already used, it just kind of takes care of the illusion super quickly, as he's looking to get a Heart of Tarask out for him. BKB also out for the Alchemist, and looks like Mjolnir also the choice for the Medusa. As the rest of as Cokeboyz just looking to add some more pressure. Don't want this going way too late. Like right now is kind of a dangerous part of the game as well, but I think they're totally fine. 4 staff on the way for Disruptor. Almost has it. They find the DD. Might look to Roche with this. Although Alchemist in the neighborhood, but doesn't have the BKB. He's going to just TP back. They see this TP, and instantly they run to the Roche. But the scan comes out. They know they're at the Roche pit. They know they're still at the Roche pit. And there looks to be eyes to go, but Bane, he's down here with the smoke. Doesn't have any real way of getting to them. Doesn't even have a TP. While waiting for him, Roche be attempted and actually completed by Cokeboyz. Doesn't look like any kind of rotation will be happening here. They don't know if they have vision, and Nostra definitely doesn't have vision. So, looks like Underlord picks up the Aegis, also has the Crimson Guard, but that probably wasn't the plan. Definitely probably wanted to give it to the Phantom Lancer, who is trying to go up for the heart for a little bit more survivability. Gonna push in the lane here. They see the ward placed down. 4 staff completed for Disruptor. Going to have a little bit more, an easier time with position-wise, getting the Static Storm off. I mean, the score is 18-5, but it does not feel 18-5. Like, the farm, it's still a 1k lead. This Alchemist, and, you know, having just a 1k lead on Alchemist who doesn't use the farm super well is not what you want. You definitely wanted to be super far ahead in ending this game. Though they have the backup plan of the Medusa, who is farming exceedingly well going for the BKB, but actually bottom lane missed a kill there as Alchemist managed to take down the Quap, but they're still going top lane. They look to get BKB popped by the Alchemist. Kinetic Field drop down. Rest of the team, they need to back out, but Alchemist is in the back line dealing the damage. Fiend's Grip onto the Underlord. Hexed up. Damage coming through, tries to run that way, but no. Alchemist has him down, and his only way out is to get the TP out. He starts it up. Do they have the damage to bring him out? No, they do not. He will get back home. He'll throw the well played out. Team throws the well plays as they get out of there. So, Spirit Breaker. Gonna be just charging down bottom. Working towards the Spirit Vessel. Both heroes down at the bottom lane. As we look over here. Sitting with over 5k gold in just the bank. Don't know what this Alchemist really wants to set up for. Looking towards the Mantis style, but I don't know, he might change his mind as he's heading up to the shop. Might look to go for it, but just more content with farming the side here. A little aggressive, but he's invised up, has the stun channeling, and's going to be able to find the support with, oh, he just blows him up. And will just TP away back to the top lane. And farm his way up there. And that's not the kind of position you want to be as a support, just getting picked off by this Alchemist. They knew he had the Shadow Blade and definitely could not trust that area. Queen of Pain manages to pick up the Lincolns. And despite all of these item progressions, just this graph, it's still barely in the phase of just... Cosa Nostra has been in the gold lead this entire time, despite getting ran over in the kill department. Just none of them have been effective kills. This 6k gold's lead, however, and the experience lead is just a little bit more. So not what you want to see. As they are gearing up for the late game, as Maelstrom, Mjolnir probably going to be the next pick for the Abaddon. Medusa already has the Maelstrom. Alchemist already has the Mjolnir. Medusa also has Mjolnir as well. Pretty close to BKB. And this game will just look to... If it goes super late, I mean, Can you deal with this Medusa? Can you deal with the Alchemist? They don't have many ways of dealing with these types of heroes. It's their only real way of dealing with this. Actually, hold that thought as the charge going to be coming up onto the Shaman. Shaman looks to be taken out. Tries to throw the exotic shield to save his teammate, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to back off from that. No Shaman for 40 seconds, but it's a kill they're worth giving up. Alchemist picks up the Abyssal Blade, as he's going to wrap around. Going to find the Disruptor. Has all the heroes from behind, but they're going high ground. Silence onto the Bane, gonna follow him up. Four staffs up to the top. Stun comes out. Disruptor gonna be down before he gets the Static Storm off. All the BKBs are being popped, but the Stone Gaze gonna be a little bit more effective. Another kill onto the support. Spirit Breaker will be falling down as the team will struggle to get out. Can they survive? The TP out for the co-op gonna be enough, and the Underlord will safely get the PL out as well. So they save their course. They take down a tier 3 tower, and no, they open the map some more. Might look to take care of the shrines next. It's top lane. Alchemist up here channeling up the stun, trying to clear up the illusions. Silences him up, and they have the damage to bring him down. He's down for 100 seconds. On the sideline, has the buyback, but that's not how you want to spend your life. Shrine will be up. Heart also already got by the Phantom Lancer. Going to be looking to get the Scotty next. It looks as if they want to push top and Shiva's Guard for the Underlord. Going to do very well to deal with a lot of this physical damage that's coming out from the Cosa Nostra, from the Medusa, who's popping out. A lot of attack speed and damage. Hitting for about 200 a hit. A little bit more. But an Alchemist, although he is down, he has the Abyssal Blade, could look to control somebody up. And this is the first time PL has been really close to this Medusa. He's been just applying the pressure. As Mjolnir almost completed on the Abaddon. Mid lane, the PL is going to be going forward, but Underlord says, "Fooey with that." Static Storm comes out. The ward is also popped. BKB also popped from the Medusa as they look towards mid, as they're losing their melee racks. And they're just going to back up. Kinetic Field popped up. Thunderstrike as well. Abaddon has no mana. Firestorm comes out. He's taking the damage. Lotus Orb pops as well. Throws down the field. Sleep also committed, but it's going to be caught up. Rooted onto both the heroes. Sonic Wave pop, Borrow Time as well. Trying to fight onto this hero, silenced up, but no real kill gonna happen out of that. All they lose is the middle lane melee racks. Wards were also committed, so a lot of the ults were committed. But Alchemist, he's hunting. He's actually looking to go for an Aghanim Scepter for some heroes, but top shrine looks to be the objective for right now. They'd probably just look to sit back, relax, and farm. And AC looks to be the item of choice for Queen of Pain when she'll farm that item up. Just looking for some more physical damage. I mean, with all that, it feels like such a slow siege, and I think this is the right call here. Although, Queen of Pain, the stun being channeled up. He hits himself. Didn't expect the blink forward. Kind of a greedy blink. But the Alchemist catches wind. Queen of Pain does have the link in. Oh, but just BKBs entirely. Okay, that's a BKB charge down. Puts it down to a 7-second BKB. They scan up to see if any heroes are coming this way, and Underlord was in the way. Like on his way, looked to take the shrine instead, has the Shivas. This type of slow siege just kind of won't work. But this kind of split push slow siege, like they slow siege one lane, split to the other lane, is just working to split the team, as they don't have a lot of like just AoE control. Most control they got is within the Shadow Shaman and the Bane, and it's all single target. Every control here is single target other than Cokeboyz, but the wards come out. They try to throw the acid spray down. Stun also trying to be thrown on the mark, but won't be enough as they move top very rapidly, going for the racks. And stunned up. 3-man static storm as the backline's going to be followed up. Sonic Wave comes through. Both supports could be followed up from the backlines as Spirit Breaker looks to be taken down, but Rigi Ninja actually looks to be the target of choice. He is really tanky, though. Might not be able to take this Underlord throughout the duration of the Stone Gaze, but it will be enough. Stunned up. Queen of Pain actually taking a lot of damage here, but Alchemist knows where she blinked. Gets a first hit bashing. He is... gives the little cheeky nice call out. Phantom Lancer looking to get his Scotty sometime soon. Disruptor in some danger, 4 staffs away. Both cores here could look to take him down. Abaddon has the borrowed time, but a DD on Phantom Lancer might look to go for him. They definitely looking to take the tier 2 tower. Probably be the only thing they take here. As Disruptor, not going to do much to get rid of him. It's PL actually looking towards borrowed time. Used here, but down here. Oh, wait. Tries the TP onto the creep. It's not enough. Oh my goodness. Kaya picked up by the Shadow Shaman. That's not the right... You probably wanted more of a Blink Dagger, as you could have farmed it in this wave. Or a Glimmer Cape to save like his team. Might went for some utility, but T-Turn, I suppose. Actually, Abaddon found by the Phantom Lancer. Has the Scotty pick up. The stun will come up. Acid Spray down. Chemical Rage popped as well. Bashes him up. Throws the Abyssal down. He's getting taken down rather quickly. Charges coming out. But with the Cleave and the Mjolnir Brock, he's down. That was a 3,700 HP Phantom Lancer controlled by this Alchemist. My good lord. That's something you don't want to see. When an Alchemist can just body a PL. And PL finally had the advantage on this Medusa, but Medusa going to be able to farm her way past him. Yep, takes back the lead. It was only a moment. AC finished up for the Queen of Pain. Spirit Breaker and Disruptor has the Glimmer Cape. Has Glimmer Capes. Both supports running very defensively. Thought the Spirit Breaker would actually go for the Silver's Edge, being able to cancel out the passive of Alchemist. Can't break Mana Shield because it's targetable. It's toggled, so it's an ability. So can't deal with that way. But still would be a good use of taking down the Alchemist. Although he has a Shadow Blade, they have gems. As he's looking for another... he's in the Pit of Malice. Silenced up BKB, and looks like it'll be just a TP out. It tries to 4-staff him. Won't cancel the TP, however. But that TP out looks like they just want to go into Roshan. Maybe this time they won't give it to the Underlord. Throws the dust, trying to see if the Alchemist is still near. But rest of the team really just wants to look to defend this top lane. There's no progression on either of the supports, but I mean, you see this progression. Despite this Bane having some gold, he doesn't have the money to like back it up. He has Arcane Boots and a Soul Ring. As Cokeboyz finishes up the Roshan, Age is going to be onto the Phantom Lancer, and Cheese onto the Queen of Pain. I mean, so far, just astronomical hold. And this has been such a close game, too. Only a 5k lead. Double Pit of Mouse. Has the double Firestorm as well. Kinetic Field also popped with the wards. Also preemptively popped. They might look to go top with this. Maybe not fight into the wards. And they have the Phantom Lancer sitting bottom. Understand where he's sitting. Alchemist with the stun. Throws it onto the Disruptor. Has the Glimmer Cape. Will live right now. 4 staffs away. Glimmer Capes again. This is the power of the double Glimmer Cape. As they have eyes on the bottom. Full team looking to slowly rotate their way down that way. As he's just cutting the wave. Making sure they can't TP himself off that. But they have vision of him. Baden comes his way. But not going to be enough to really kill anybody. Medusa looking to finish up the Scotty. Has the money to do it. Will match the Phantom Lancer. He's going to be going for the Lincolns. Trying not to get controlled up by the Bane or Shadow Shaman much longer than he needs to. But top lane, BKB forced out from the Alchemist. They might look to go onto him. No kinetic field, but no acid spray. They throw down the Firestorm. And the Pit of Malice going to try to separate the fight. Might be able to go on this Abaddon, but he's such a tough target to hit. Alchemist will stun himself. Abaddon runs forward. Looks to not be the play. He's told to back up. And that'll be the end of that story as Illusions went mid. And they look to go top to finish off this Rax. Throws down the Pit of Malice. Tries to go around. But here we go. Full line shows up. They just want to back up. Stun trying to come out, but he's going to stun himself. And no real aggression here trying to go out. They're just trying to stay on the defensive side. Both teams separating up. They have vision over here. Yep, the gem. Spot out the wards. Less vision out for the Dire. Blink Dagger picked up from the Alchemist. Looks to be. Double Root comes up. The Firestorm as well. Might look to pressure someone. He's trapped up. A lot of damage coming onto this Abaddon. Pit of Malice just doing so much work controlling the fights. And meanwhile, bottom lane, Phantom Lancer looking to split towers on his own. As the PL will be kind of safe. Alchemist trying to go, but they see the Alchemist TP, and this is their time to run up. So they throw Pit of Malice down, and they get the Rax, and they just back. And this kind of split slow siege just doing wonders. And these Glimmer Capes just being able to get them out of fights and back themselves off as they rotate bottom. Full team sitting around their mid barracks as rest of the Dire posturing up for a defense. Pit of Malice pulls off. Firestorm as well, but the Fiend's Grip comes up. They have the slow control. Blink comes out from the Alchemist, but Queen of Pain will just be able to run away. Stone Gauge also used. Will be able to control up the Underlord. He falls. The rest of the team of Cokeboyz just want to get out, and they will, as the split bottom PL found by the Alchemist, but they see him as a full illusion, but no. Control gets a little faked out. He is just kind of really beefy. No real aggression as well. Medusa finally picks up the Scotty. Has 3,600 in the back line for the next item. But despite everything, they have a Rax mid lane. No Rax top, so they'll have super creeps to deal with. But then they have the full set bottom. Meteor Hammer picked up by the Spirit Breaker. I guess that justifies the Glimmer Cape being able to cover himself during the channel time. But Quap picks up a fully completed Bloodthorn now. We're 50 minutes into this game, and neither team looks to back up as the Aegis looks to be reclaimed. They might look a bit weary. Definitely just kind of want to wait for the Lotus Orb to come out. Charge on the bottom. They're looking to see if they have vision there. The Alchemist comes through. Looks to buy another. Mother Moon Shard. Shadow Blade used up, but he sees the Underlord and he sees the Spirit Breaker, and that's not where you want to be. As he'll be working on an Aeon Disc. Pretty nice. They have a lot of open disables that they like to illusions just thrown top. Entire team has to answer with it though. It's crazy as hold up on the quick buy looks to be the Rapier for Medusa. Wants the damage to just be greater than it already was, and setting up bottom as PL looking mid as both teams pressuring up, slow kind of siege. As PL runs to these barracks and even gets it. Stunned up, controlled, gonna try to run away, but the stun Fiend's Grip comes out. But even though they try to save it, not gonna be enough as they're trying to fight. Blink Dagger comes through, gonna be able to take down Disruptor down, and with our nice little Dark Rift, gonna be able to take out two. Queen of Pain trying to get herself out. BKB doesn't have the TP necessary. Blinks right to the Alchemist. Sees him, tries to run her way out. Probably should have went through the trees. Blinks back. Lincoln's pops it. No, she's still there, but just finds that she just gets the TP out. And will be just fine. Has the cheese ready too now, just in case. It's got the double damage top. Roshan might respawn in 45 seconds, so might look to go for the next Rosh. Having a refresher shard, but as we say, we got a Rapier, boys. Oh my word. This is the Rapier of Legends. Actually, with the Rapier, it does look to be very hard to just push into this base. Although 2 lanes of racks put down, but the bottom tower down. But they have the control. They actually found out. The Alchemist, he's down for 100 seconds, does have buyback. We'll have... a little bit of trash coming up from their carry player, as he already hit the deck earlier. Didn't necessarily need that, as Abaddon going to be found out, but just hits a little bit harder than his Queen of Pain. Charge comes through, stunned up, silenced up as well, but gonna persuade him not to. Aeon Disc finally picked up, and now checking the buyback status. Only Alchemist, Underlord, and the Bane have it, so gonna have to keep on to that. So Crimson Guard preemptively placed. Abaddon staying a little further up. Root comes onto him. He's controlled up. Kinetic Storm fires up. They try to focus him down. Meteor Hammer throws him as well. Aeon Disc popped as well, but the stacked field goes to the backline. Bane looks to be taken out. They're going to be able to control up this Medusa, but also the back lines. Stone Gaze used. They're just trying to get out. Buyback from both Alchemist and the Bane. That's not what you wanted. Bane has the Aghanim Scepter, though. Wards were also committed, so no Stone Gaze, no wards, but they don't have Queen for another 80 seconds. She did die in the base, but Alchemist coming up to fight. Surrounded by 4 heroes. Stack Storm also committed, and he's down. No Queen, but no buyback on the Alch, as he just used it. And another... They have to apologize for that disrespect. I actually want to feel like apologizing for that. My word. But anyways, Abaddon picks up the Radiance, but isn't poised to defend this. Throws down the Meteor. Probably should have... Fiend's Grip onto the Abyssal Underlord. Gets cancelled. Fortification comes up. Pit of Malice comes through. PL looking to fight, but they notice that the Rapier's here. They're going to just keep fighting, but they might want to get out. Rift comes through, and we'll take out 3 of the heroes. Meanwhile, over here, the Phantom Lancer going to actually just look to take down the Bane. Bane's down for 90 seconds. No buyback as well. Sees the true Gem of True Strike sight, but they'll body him forward. And Has 2,300 sitting up at the bank. Batting 2 sets of boots, one for TP and one for Guardian Greaves. That's probably looking very nice. And they want to take down these racks. Gonna finish up, get the mega creeps. Wards, pop, silenced up. He's bursting down super quickly. Stone Gaze also comes up to get the racks. And they're completely fine with the BKB triggered as well. They're gonna try to get out as safely as they can. Shadow Shaman hits the buyback. Shiva's used out, and that's only just to zone him off. They're gonna try to chase, but that's it. Mega creeps. They see the gem. Gem was drop picked up by the Shaman. Peel rolls his way top, and with mega creeps now spawning their illustrious bodies on the Radiant, it looks like it's going to be a tough game. But the stun, going forward, he stuns himself. No detection. They still have vision of the Queen of Pain, however. I look to go around, but the wrap around find the Disruptor. Disruptor actually four-staffs his way next to him. Glimmer Capes as well. Almost has the Aghanim Scepter with that pickup, and although ping goes out, look to go for Roche. Does have the Refresher Shard. Could look to set up any sort of significant fight. Positional wise, yep, they're going forward. Ward placed just to see if they walk up. Have full vision. Could smoke, however, but they don't look very inclined to just run this way. Force himself out, and Roshan is going to start now. They scan, they check for the Roche. They know they're Roshing, but not much they can do to stop it. As for the first time this game, that was a lead for Cokeboyz as it slowly dissipates a gold lead, but the experience lead heavily favors them. About a 6k experience lead for the side of Cokeboyz. Alright, so Aegis still on the deck. Refresher Shard picked up by the Queen of Pain. Cheese be picked up by Phantom Lancer. Also, he has the Aegis working towards the Butterfly. This looks to be the final hurrah for Costa Nostra. Costa Nostra, my apologies. And grabs the Fear talent, actually. Super strong talent. Does the Firestorm building damage. And PO goes for the critical strike. 7 split shot targets, and hold that thought as they're going to rush out. Invis used by the Alchemist. Looks to take down the Disruptor. Throws him down, silences up BKB as well, but the charge comes through. Ultimate Sonic Wave used. He refreshes himself, double stun onto them. They use it, Static Storm committed, but they're still dying. 2 are dead, 3 are dead. Aegis used. Can they finish him off a second time? They do have the control. Link gets popped, but he's slowed down, taken down, stunned up, and dead. Alchemist also picks up the Disruptor in the back lines as Queen of Pain will be able to blink herself out. But meanwhile, Tier 4 tower will fall to the Mega Creeps. That's just the kind of pressure and damage that happens when you just leave your base for 3 seconds to fight. My word, but they do lose 3, all of which have buyback. But Medusa still has the Divine. They haven't focused her at all. She's 4-0-11. Almost 700 last hits in this game. My lord. Holding herself to high acclaim. What? Looking to just finish off the game here. Wants to go for the top push. Buyback from the Phantom Lancer. The Fear comes out and they just run away. No real commitment here for the base. Only have to give up 1 buyback, and that's the buyback onto the Phantom Lancer. Doesn't have it for another 7 minutes now. And that'll hurt his Butterfly timing. Probably didn't want to buy back there, considering they had a lot of ways to deal with it. But to each their own. Maybe you like to use your buyback prematurely. I don't know. Bit on TP's back home. Pretty safe here. Smoked up on the Bane, but nothing much to be seen there as well. Another Silver's Edge actually picked up for the Alchemist, and actually on his way to getting another Aghanim Scepter for a teammate. Dusa still has her Aghanims. Has a Moon Shard as well. Aghanims picked up by the Alchemist. Who's he going to give this one to? Has it on the Courier. Comes through. Actually gives it... Wait. He gives it to the Medusa. She looking to sell hers. Maybe pick up an item from it as well. They're just content with split farming, split pushing, pressuring all sorts of the map, just trying to whisk them away. Tier 4 still under pressure. Alchemist came to deal with the wave. Wave is taken down. Cosa Nostra actually holds high ground very well. I'm going to send the Courier, but there are heroes in the area. They definitely look like they can see it. Aghanim's picked up by the Disruptor. No real progression for the Spirit Breaker, but that's completely fine. I mean, just going to be another slow engage. Nothing too intense here. Courier going to make a run to the secret shop. Hex picked up, but they see the Courier, and Courier will be taken out. No items on it, so nothing too big. Just get the bounty for it. But no real hero in danger. Has 8,000 gold in the pocket of the Medusa. Definitely looking for the Butterfly. 5k in the Alchemist. They most definitely have the buybacks ready. Smoke's bought by the Medusa. She's just buying all the support items. What a nice player. PL sitting top. Full team seen, but nothing really gonna happen. They've just been sitting around posed, just content with farming up, constricting them to the base. But that's pretty much it. Sonic Wave committed bottom, actually. But that was just to farm the wave quickly. As it looks to just be a, sit back, relax, farm the lane kind of game. So I'm sure they're just oddly content with farming up. Medusa trying to get a little, courageous. Pit of Malice comes out through, but Medusa can just stand her ground. There's no point for her to just, try to run away, take damage unnecessarily. She just deals so much. Has an open slot available. Could definitely pick up the Butterfly. She can get herself out there. They're just holding the perimeter, not allowing them to leave the base. As split top, Phantom Lancer trying to deal with this top lane pushing in as the rest of the team move on their way. They're just trying to protect the tier 4 tower. Give little to no leeway on the side. I mean, there's no real item aggression on any side, rather, only for the Medusa and PL. As PL getting really close to that Battle Fury. Actually, not the Battle Fury, Butterfly, my apologies. As he looks down to take down this... Oh my goodness gracious. Dodges the stun. Pops himself out. As full TP comes the way. Then Firestorm zoning off. They look to set up top, but the Fiend's Grip picks off one Disruptor. Down. Don't have the Static Storm for the next fight. That is 5-0 and 11 for this Medusa. 10k in the bank. Definitely could buy the Battlefield if she could just leave the base, but something that Cokeboyz have been doing rather well is just holding them in. Only one time they got out. Misses the stun. Sonic Wave off the mark. And with the borrow time is pop. BKB pop for the Queen of Pain. But Stone Gaze also used. Reality Rift going to try to get the team out as it's going to be able to take two. But as this is happening, Phantom Lancer going to be completely fine. And going to be taken out as this PO just makes it out alive. TP comes through, looking to get into it, but doesn't have the control. Sleeps himself up instead. But Ancient is exposed. And boy, and Courier gonna make another round. But it's gonna go into the creeps. And it's dead again. They just can't get outside the base. Phantom Lancer might look to sell the Diffusal Blade, but it's pretty much the only way to kill this Medusa. Although the Medusa just has too much to be affected by that. I guess the Diffusal Blade's the only way, but all the illusions just get cut down by the Aghanims that she has. So might look to just make harder to kill illusions, but maybe just increase your damage output with the Butterfly. Looks to be the case. Could just swap with the Boot to Travel. Actually just picks up a full Moon Shard. I don't really care for himself that way. Alright. What is... This has to be another Rapier. Pit of Malice. Thrown out. Bane. A little far forward. Alchemist charging up the stun. Stuns up the Underlord, but the reverse comes through. Shiva's Guard also used control as well, but the Allen Disc is fine. But they're splitting both mid and top lane. Looking to go for this Ancient. They're drawing forward to the mid. Stun comes out. They're going to look for this BKB. TP out. Damage is not there, but they're trying to split this. Ancient going to be taking some damage. Static Orb on a 3, but the BKB comes out and the Stone Gaze as well, and that'll nullify this entire attempt entirely. They just hold so well. Stuns himself up, but even back here, Ward's committed as well. They get wind of that. He's a little heavy on the trigger. Throws it towards the Ancient, but they'll die. And the only one to be gone from that attempt is the Disruptor, but he was just right in here, actually trying to go for the Necronomicon. That's a strange progression. Looks like they don't want any of the cores to get it, so they just kind of want to throw some creeps in there as early as possible. No real. It's about the same little. And Shadowblade looks to be the item of choice for the Medusa. Probably just wants to get out of the base and buy whatever item she wants. She hasn't had the chance to leave yet. She's just so integral of keeping these megas out. They sit with an 11k gold lead, and yet they're the ones facing megas. So she puts the Shadowblade in the side, picks up another second Rapier, and picks up the full Butterfly. Oh boy. This looks to be, and sells the Shadowblade. That looks to be big. As they're looking to go forward, they notice that the Medusa wasn't there. Might look to set up, but he's going to go. They might actually know that's the real one. But hold that thought as a fight's about to break out. Hex onto Medusa, but not enough damage coming through. She's going to BKB TP out. Alchemist looking to go forward, stuns himself up. Sonic Wave comes through. Bloodthorn, use him. Alchemist is dead. He's going to buy back immediately. Static Storm used, but the BKB is already triggered. Looks... One hero's down. Another one might be taken out, but Glimmer Kid comes up. Queen of Pain might be just able to live through this. And they just want to back off into the base again. As Medusa turns around, notices the Phantom Lancer going towards the Shaman. They get the TP cancel from the Abaddon. They might look to go. Rooted up both the cores. They're controlled for right now, but no creeps are actually in the base to deal much damage. But the Fiend's Grip caught on, silenced up. Bane looks to be going down here, and he will fall. BKB. Sun goes out. Reality Rift comes, and they look to just get everybody out. Everyone's gone. And while this is happening, the base is just falling. But the TPs are coming back in. Spiritbreaker gonna fall. Forced out the glyph, and that's another kill onto the Underlord. And Queen of Pain will also fall. Only one who survives as the Phantom Lancer wins for just throw body at the racks kind of scenario, as Dire's Ancient has only 500 HP left and repels this game even further. My word. I mean, PL wasn't even hitting the building. Might have actually been the game ender. Goes forward, throws an illusion down. Still sitting around, but with Alchemist here, you might want to reconsider as he's going for the Refresher Orb. Throws the stun, but not enough to clear him out. He'll just walk away. After this, he'll have the Refresher Orb. Doesn't have the buyback. Might as well throw it out there. Looking for him. TP's back bottom. Just farming away. He's going to pick up the Butterfly now. Give up the one way that they could really control. Although BKB dwindling, might have been just content with, you know, keeping the Diffusal Blade. But I don't know. It seems like the better idea for them to just go for more damage on this guy. Be able to affect the building a lot better. So, and he's already sitting with like over 4k HP. Might as well go for a little bit extra damage. Now sitting with a lot of armor as well. Main Refresher Orb sitting with 2200. That's just the Alchemist for you. Never underfarmed. Medusa coming out. Has the Boots of Travels level 2. So the rest of the team trying to set up. Might look to Roche as the Roshan is up. Give another Refresher Sword and Aegis out to the team. They might look to take care of this PL. PL a little forward. Hex onto the PL. Fiend's Grip also used. Stun comes through. Also cancels it as well. So it gets out of there. Bane getting pretty low. Alchemist comes forward. Stun on the Disruptor. They're going to be able to turn. 4 heroes converging. But the Root comes up. But he'll survive. My goodness gracious. They're going back to try to defend this base. And this might just be throwing heroes at racks. But Serpent Warts placed down. Heroes are fine, but the Bane picked off by the Queen of Pain. Has the gem. Doesn't want to really give that up for the Lincolns. Gives the gem over the Spirit Breaker, who's also working for a Necronomicon. Just trying to set up. They want to finish this game out, but they just can't. Like, they'd have to throw bodies at these buildings, and the Ancient is already under attack. Illusion's coming through. Serpent Warrant's about to go out. This looks like that's going to be go time. They're splitting 3 bottom, 2 mid. They're just sitting around the Ancient. They're looking to be split. They're split up. They can wrap around to the backside. They're looking for the racks. Rooted up twice. BKB used by the Alchemist. Meanwhile, in the back lines, they're going down. They still don't have the Bane, but the Brax are... Ancient is under fire. They're going for the queen, but the ancient, it's going down, and GG called out. Cokeboyz win the game. Oh, just what a... Oof. They should have just defended the ancient. They went for the Quap instead. Just a little positional choice there that really costed them the game. But with that kind of split, that Delta formation was definitely the choice for Cokeboyz to really move along. Over 1,000 last hits for Medusa. The GPM just still there. 82, almost 83,000 damage for Medusa. Just they couldn't focus her. She got too big, and double rapier does the job. But the game was always in the favor of La Cosa Nostra in terms of gold with the Alchemist, and although experience went to Cokeboyz, just they were able to persevere throughout the game, and a good game to both teams. And hopefully we'll see you next time.